Complete online computer education system. This is the second session on string on learning Python online course. So, in this session, in the first session we see what is slicing, what is indexing. Now we use some mathematical operators and other functions in string. So, first we have to use some mathematical operators like that, plus some maths operator for string. What are the mathematical operators? One is plus and second one is into. Plus is known as concatenation operator and into is known as repetition operator. Plus is known as concatenation. It can concatenate, concatenation operator, and this one is known as repetition. Repetition operator. Okay. So, if I print like that, if I print, we can concatenate two string Shayok and plus. It can concatenate these two string together. It will produce the result as is the capital letter. Okay. The rules for concatenation, if you want to use plus as concatenation operator for string, the rules is that both of the operand will be string. If both of the operand are not string, one is integer, another one is string, then it will give you a error, type mismatch. On the other hand, if you want to use repetition operator, then one is a string and another one is integer, mandatory. Order is not mandatory. You can use 3 into Python or Python into 3, but mandatorily there is mandatory is that one is a string, one operand is a string, another operator is a integer. Okay. It will print Python 3 times, Python, Python and Python. Okay. This is known as repetition operator, concatenation operator and repetition operator. There are other operator which is known as membership operator. Membership operator. Membership operators are in and not in. Is it present? If I have a string computer, if I print like that, print S or C in S, it will return true. Because of that, it finds that is C is in the string S, this character is available in this string or not. If it is available, then it's return true. If I want to print Z in S, it's return false because Z is not available in this string. It return false. If I print Z not in, that means opposite to in, not in S, then it's return true. Okay. This is the use of membership operators. This is some mathematical operators in string. This is a membership operator used in string. If you want to use, you can search a substring is available within this string or not. We can do some of the programs. Now there is comparison operator, greater than is equal to, less than is equal to, but the important one is how to remove spaces from the string. Okay, there are three functions to remove the spaces from the string. One is r strip, one is r strip to remove the spaces from right side, then L strip, and then strip. Strip removes spaces from both sides. Better to use strip that remove the spaces from both sides. Now I have to implement all of these programs, all of these things into a program and see how it is execute. So I have to open a Python file. Okay, now first we have to use concatenation operator. Okay, I can use concatenation operator and a membership operator in Python shell. If I want to print computer plus knowledge, if you enter, then it concatenate two string into a single string. Now Python into 3, it will repeatedly, it is a repetition operator, it will print Python 3 times. Okay, now we have a string computer, and if you want to search, print C in S, it will return true. Print Z in S, it will return false. Print Z not in S, it will return true. So that's it. Now we have to execute R strip, L strip or strip. There we use strip. How to remove? Removing spaces from the string. Removing spaces from the string. How to remove spaces from the string? Here is a program. I want to take a dynamic input from the user to take a city name and then compare the city name. I am just writing the program, you will understand what I want to express. City equals to input, enter your city name. Okay. Now scity, this is another variable, equals to city dot strip strip. That means if you enter space before and after the city name, it will remove the space from the beginning and from the end and then store it into scity. Now we have to check with scity. If scity double equals to Kolkata, all in small, if scity double equals to Kolkata, print hello Kolkata, hello Kolkata, one second, okay, hello Kolkata, namaskar, okay. Now elif scity double equals to Mumbai or Chennai, Chennai. If the city is Chennai, then print hello Chennai, Vanakkam. Okay. Okay. Again, elif a city double equals to is Bangalore. You can write it in capital. K is capital, C is capital. If it is Bangalore, then print hello Bangalore, Subodaya. This is the language of Bangalore. Okay. Now else, if this is not in the list, print your city, your entered city name is invalid. Okay. Enter city name is invalid. Okay. You have to enter a city name, though the user doesn't know, they use space before that one, but because of this line all the spaces are removed, and within this city name the only city name has been stored. So if it is Kolkata, then print this one. If it is Chennai, then print this one. If it is Bangalore, print this one. Now save it. string 4.py. Save it, run it from the command prompt. See what happened. cd desktop, cd python, py string 4.py, string 4, oh, string. It will take a problem on line 8, line number 8, line number 8, line number 8, line number 8. That will be the, forget to use that one. Okay, I think that will solve the problem. Enter city name. I enter Kolkata. Hello Kolkata, namaste. Enter city name. City Chennai. Enter city name. Bangalore. I have a spelling mistake, so your entered city is invalid. Now what is actual problem? If I enter space, here is the space, again a space, then I enter Kolkata, again space, but still hello Kolkata, namaskar. If someone doesn't know anything about programming, they unintentionally use a space before entering their city name. If they use that, because of this line, this space will be removed from the front and from the behind, and they will get the proper answer. This is what strip function can do. Okay, I think everyone understand that this is the program that we have write. So this is how we can we can do this one. Now I have to do some other programs. Now finding a substring. To find a substring, we can use find and index, two functions, find function and index function. Where index is an operator. This is find function and index function. We can use find and index to find the substring in forward direction, and rfind and rindex for backward direction. This is for forward direction, and this one you can find the substring in forward direction. This one you can find it the index in forward direction. This one finding the substring in backward direction, from backward direction, from backward direction. So we can explain it with the help of example. S equals to learning, learning. Very easy. Okay, this is the string. Okay, now print s dot find, because it is a string related function. So s is actually the class name, actually the object name. With the help of s dot find, I want to find Python. What they will return, we will see. It will return the index value. It returned 9 maybe. This is 0, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It returns 9. Okay. Okay. Now I want to print s dot find. I want to find Java. Java is not there. Okay. It will return, if they doesn't find that value, they will return -1. -1 to indicate that they will not find the index of that particular word. If I want to print s dot find of r, it will find the index number of r. It will return the index of first r. If there is multiple r, it will return the index number of first r. 0, 1, 2, 3. It will return 3. It will return 3. Okay. Okay. Now last, print s dot find. Oh, s dot r find. It will calculate from reverse direction. From r, there are multiple r. Okay. It will search from the backward direction. From there, but it's returned the positive index value, but it searched from there. This is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 21 is the index from this direction. This is the first. They find first r. So it returned 21. Actually, it's returned 21. Okay. This is not a negative indexing, but they return like this. Okay. Save this. String 5.py and run it from the command prompt. See what will happen if our calculation is right or wrong. It print 9. It returned 9. Because of that, this index is, they will not give you any error. -1 means they doesn't find the index. Then 3, then 21. Okay. This is actually the meaning of find. This is actually the meaning of find. Okay. Okay. That's it. I think we'll discuss something about string. You will have a better idea on string. We know what is indexing, what is slicing, we know arch stream, L stream, stream, repetition operator and other things. So that's it for today. We will see you in the next class. Thank you for watching our video.